The Jacket fruit, also known as the Jacky no Mi, is often touted as the worst devil fruit in One Piece. Like other devil fruits, the consumer is granted fantastical powers in exchange for the ability to swim. The ability conferred by this fruit is oft ridiculed as being useless, as the ability granted is to simply become a sapient Kigurumi that can control its wearer.
Boy! Okay, so, it's not great. Not the best fruit. Definitely not. But it's not really as bad as everyone seems to think. I don't think so. I think the biggest issue with this fruit is that we haven't really seen much of it. Let's compare this to another clothing-based fruit. Kinemon's Fuku no Mi, Garb fruit. Basically, Piccolo's Clothes Beam! Is that really better? Because it's just clothes. People have talked about armor. I believe that that he's said that it's really just clothes. Doesn't really provide any real defense, especially because once you get hit, it's gone. So let's just think about this for a second. If it is just combining the abilities, that on its own is a way to get potentially multiple devil fruits into one body, but it's not really multiple devil fruits in a single body. So what it seems to be is that it's combining the powers of the two. In the case of Kelly and Bobby Funk, kind of useless. Bobby had all the strength, Kelly was just an aggressive man-child and brought the whole I want to be able to fight thing into it. You know, he had the fast punches, Bobby didn't show any real speed. But once Kelly turned into a jacket and Bobby put him on, then suddenly you had the strength of Bobby, the ferocity and speed of Kelly. Just imagine if Zoro were to eat the fruit and then be put on by Edward Weevil. You've got all the strength, endurance of Weevil and all the swordsmanship know-how of Zoro himself. That is the most definite it would work. And it would be devastating. The main thing going further is that you are still you. As the one who consumed the fruit, you still have your strength, you still have your abilities. That's always seemed to be the case. I don't believe there's any ability where once you start using your fruit, you lose pretty much everything about you, especially with Paramecia and Logia. In fact, devil fruits being cumulative isn't a new thing. Look at zones. You have the base form of the beast, and then that combines with the user. It doesn't just completely overwrite one or the other. As the user gets stronger, so too do the transformations. Realistically, with the user still being the user, having the abilities of said user, it may even be possible that the user then, after combining, would be able to become a jacket again as the combined form, adding cumulatively more and more people. This would have the drawback of you can't really do this in battle, but you wouldn't really think that you'd be able to do it once in battle, but that seemed to work out just fine for Kelly and Bobby Funk. Just think about it. You've got, let's just say, all of Shanks' crew combined into one individual just over and over again. I mean, people think, you might still think, well, that's kind of garbage. Why not just have many people working together? Well, in the case of a group like Shanks' crew, that probably would be better, considering they know each other extremely well, would be able to work with each other extremely well. But as you start getting more and more people, you start needing to predict what all of the other individuals in your group are going to do. But if you were just one-on-one, you only need to worry about what you yourself are doing. I don't believe there's really been even an SBS on it. It was really just those 15 minutes in the anime, maybe a few pages in the manga. I didn't go back and check the manga, but we didn't have that long with it. So we don't know too much about it, but best case scenario, if it is just cumulative, put it on, well, I don't think anyone would think that this guy is very weak because of his ability to just combine the strengths of others. Taking it one step back just a little bit, we essentially have a fusion without needing to worry about something like this happening. It's just always getting the best result possible without needing to worry about the clashing of wills, because once you put the suit on, it seems like the original was just overwritten, as is the case with Bobby Funk being a complete pacifist, and then once he puts Kelly on, he becomes just Kelly with muscles. And in the absolute worst case for this fruit, you have the possibility that it is simply the user's will controlling the wearer's body, in which case it's most likely that the jacket needs to be put on willingly, which isn't too great, but we've seen other anime where an entire trio has the sole point of making it so that an ability can be used, and nobody really thinks that that's too bad of a combo. At least not from what I've heard. And if you've been wondering, I've been wearing a wielder of the Jackie Jackanomi. It was a red panda that ate it. Got the abilities of human, but also the ability of scare. Especially with Paramecia and Logia. Zone having the will of their own and everything, that's a different story, but let's compare this to another clothing-based fruit, Kinemon's Clothes Beam. What is this fruit called? But yeah, it's not too bad, I don't think. What do you think? Let me know.